Hello there guys, Bullobo10000 here, bringing you another Super Smash Bros. Ultimate leak analysis video, because today I've been busy. I have been dog-sitting a dog for 4 hours, and I've come back, and you know me, I like doing daily content, so I went on Twitter, took a little look at my mentions, and I saw a user by the name of Dario Hernandez, and they said, @BillyBay10k. Hello, this is Dario, and I want to ask you if you can identify this leak to see if you think it's legit. Yes, it may be over a week old, but to hear your opinion on this, and it leaks to a Reddit post on our Super Smash Bros, and it's a very big, interesting little leak. So, of course, Dario, I am going to take a look at this leak for you. You want me to see if this leak is legit? And I'm gonna see if it's legit. And if it's not, I'm gonna rip it a new one. So, it's a pretty big leak, there's a lot to cover, so let's just get straight into it. This was submitted by the user, Yes, Isaac is in. This was 15 days ago, so, oh, this is gonna be interesting. Okay, I think I can see why people wanted me to see this one now. Before I begin, I'd just like to state that, yes, this is another Super Smash Bros. Ultimate leak, and it will probably be drowned out by all of the other leaks. But that's not going to stop me from trying to get information out there. I, just like many of you, am a huge fan of Nintendo and other things gaming. I do indeed have a job at Nintendo, but I will not disclose what my position is, as it could land me into some serious trouble, and I'd rather not lose my dream job. Okay, so he's a huge fan of Nintendo, he also works at Nintendo. Didn't need to separate those two, obviously setting up his story, you know, yeah, I work at Nintendo, guys, don't worry. I work at Nintendo, even though literally anyone can claim that. I mean, give us some proof. Except you can't give us proof because then you'll get fired if it's true. So it's like why bother saying it in the first place, because there's no way anyone's gonna believe it. Secondly, I would like to talk about the box and music theory, everyone's favorites, surprisingly ones that I've covered quite recently as well. Both of those are simply false and not true at all. For the box theory, well, it's simple. There are more than 2 more characters coming that I know of. As for the music theory, well, some of the music contradicts that. We've had a Kirby track shown off, and the first character I have on the list is in the game, not as an Echo, but a newcomer, assumedly from the Kirby franchise. So already, this guy is just saying popular theories, discounting them, because obviously leakers want to discount these popular theories. They do not want these theories to be true, aside from maybe Vergaben, whose whole shtick relies on Ken and Incineroar, who are like the most speculated for the box and music theory, not for music theory, for box theory. But really, leakers don't want these theories to be true, because a lot of the times these theories really stifle the characters that can be included in their leak. And as such, you will get a lot of leakers who are saying, oh yeah, this theory is fake, because they know what you want to hear. Nobody wants the box theory to be true because it just means 2 more characters. People obviously want more, so say that your leak is not adhering to the box theory, that the box theory is false, and then suddenly everyone's excited. Say that music theory is false, and then suddenly Gino, Bandana, D, etc. become characters who can be in, and it appeals to a larger franchise than if music theory was true. So this is kind of like psychological manipulation here. Lastly, I would like to address the account I'm currently using. I do have a Reddit account that I use quite a bit, but I go on it at work, and it would be extremely easy to track me down if I use that account. So please ignore the username and the date this account was created. Please take this with a grain of salt. I am going to divide the leaks into 2 parts. Ones that I am absolutely 100% guaranteed are true, and ones that I've only heard murmurs about from other employees. Without further ado, let's begin. Oh god, I use that term a lot. Without further ado, let's begin. I use that as a point in my rate their chances videos when I go into the first character. I always say that. That's really creepy. That is really creepy. Okay, so that was just me being awkward. Obviously, this guy, he has a Reddit account. This is a fake Reddit account. No one uses their actual Reddit account to leak. If they're gonna do a fake leak and they want people to believe it, you're gonna have to get that real great username. Yes, Isaac is in. It's catchy. It feels like a leak that I would write, actually, because I feel like this leak is just ticking all those funny boxes that I would try and go for if I was making a fake leak. I can confirm this is not my leak. I made like a fake leak back in like July that said Ashley would be revealed on the 20th of July. That didn't happen. So let's move on to the actual newcomers and kind of get into this. And this is where it gets very interesting. The newcomers I 100% know will be in the game are Lycanroc Midday Form from the Pokemon series, Bandana Waddle Dee from the Kirby series, Shantae from the Shantae series, Ayumi Tajibana from the Detective Club series, Elma from the Xenoblade series, Cosmos from the Xenoblade series, Balloon Fighter, he has a taunt that does the directly to you pose Iwata did, and Isaac from the Golden Sun series, as well as Echo Fighters, Ken, Ryu, Street Fighter series, no changes from what I've seen, Dixie, Diddy, Donkey Kong series, new up special, Shadow, Sonic series, new up special and side special, Black Shadow, Captain Falcon, F-Zero series, no changes from what I've seen, Viridi, Palutena, Kid Icarus series, new up special, and Final Smash. So, let's start by reminding everyone that, firstly, at E3, Sakurai said do not expect too many newcomers, and most recently, he said that newcomer reveals were going to be slowing down. And yet, right now this person is claiming 8 unique fighters and 5 casual Echo fighters. That's a total of 13 unrevealed fighters if this were the case, which it simply is not. That is already way too hard to believe, because that would boost this game's newcomer count to new heights that I don't think we've really seen in Smash before, and I just think that's a very unrealistic set of expectations. Obviously, this leaker is trying to have a fight with Vergaben, saying Lycanroc, when Lycanroc was disconfirmed by Vergaben, and that's gonna cause a bit of drama, but Isaac, he said Isaac, so obviously everyone's like, Billy's gonna love this leak. I actually don't really. I like the idea of the characters that are being presented, but I don't really like the leak itself? I don't know, I just feel like a lot of these characters, they would be amazing and they would fulfill specific fan wants, but I don't see it happening. I don't see a world where this is a realistic leak, even though it was 15 days ago, so I can't recall if that was before or after Sakurai made his statement about the Famitsu column about slowing newcomer reveals. I think it was after, so this leaker clearly is just ignoring that in favor of lol, Sakurai's a troll. Also, I mentioned this, I believe, in my last leak video, but Viridi as an Echo Fighter of Palutena does not work, as they have different body proportions, and as we found out with Isabelle to Villager, you can't have Isabelle being an Echo of Villager because they have different body proportions. That was literally one of the big reasons why Isabelle is her own character. So, Viridi, Palutena, Echo does not work. I have said many times if you're going to do a Palutena Echo, Medusa makes more sense, and even then, it's still iffy. This one doesn't make any sense. So let's move on to the next portion of this leak, and here's some fun stuff. Of course, all these Echo fighters have some unique animations. Now, before I move on to the characters I am unsure of, I think he's trying to say unsure, let me explain some of the characters. Firstly, Lycanroc. Yes, I know that this Vergaben guy has said it is not Lycanroc, and I have no idea who his sources are, but they are wrong. I do think Vergaben has some connections, but again, Lycanroc seems to be the Generation 7 Pokemon rep. Balloon Fighter is a very interesting character. As I stated earlier, one of his taunts is a tribute to the late Satoru Iwata. He seems to be unique in that his jump extremely short, and he only has one jump, but his up special seems to be very efficient and is quite similar to Village's. For Ken, well, he is definitely in the game, but the recently leaked image is fake. The in-game model of Ken I saw looked nothing like that and certainly looked a lot more polished. Okay, well, let's kind of just unpack this one at a time. So, firstly, Lycanroc. He is calling Vergaben that Vergaben guy. This leaker does not like Vergaben. It's very clear in the way that he's talking, in the way that he's saying things. He knows who Vergaben is. There's no way this leaker doesn't know. He's just trying to downplay that knowledge, and it comes across as him just being really shady towards Vergaben and his sources, and obviously he's saying Vergaben's wrong because people don't want to all believe in Vergaben. There are a lot of people out there who are like, we don't want Incineroar, we don't want Ken. And this guy is trying to kind of pick up on that, at least the Incineroar side of things. Lycanroc seems to be the Generation 7 Pokemon rep, he says right there before he goes on to Balloon Fighter. Very interesting choice of phrase, because he says that these are characters 100% in the game, but then he says Lycanroc seems to be the Generation 7 Pokemon rep. You don't say seems if you're 100% confirmed you know that this is the Generation 7 rep. You say seems if that's what you're seeing, but you're not 100% sure, just based off what you've seen, not a 100% clarification, so he's already kind of tripped up in his wordplay there. Balloon Fighter, basically there's nothing we can really say about that, because Balloon Fighter, people have speculated him before. He's not going to happen, because I think Village's Up B is basically just Balloon Fight. It's literally it. I don't know how else you could make this character unique. I feel like it's just tugging on the heartstrings by saying, oh yeah, one of the taunts is a tribute to Satoru Iwata, clearly. That's gonna make people want to believe it, you know? And then obviously this last bit with Ken, oh, it's not the leaked image that came out, it's a lot more polished in-game. Keeping in mind that the leaked image of Ken, that many people are believing is true, was from a debug page from a very early potential build of the game, so it could still be the same model, could still be true. This person is just like, oh yeah, the one I saw was way more polished, guys, clearly. I mean, obviously, that screenshot was probably taken ages ago in development, whereas the game is like really close to going gold at this point, so Jesus, okay. Now, here are the characters I have heard about from co-workers who have gone to different meetings than I did. Please take these with a grain of salt, as I did not see these myself. Now, first things first, this already just kind of makes me sketchy, like, why would your co-workers see some parts of the game and then you see some parts of the game? Like, clearly, if you're working on Smash, or if you're at a position in your company where you can see these characters for Smash, you would all have the same information, I feel. I don't think that they would split it up amongst all these different people who can just collaborate and leak together. It makes no sense. I don't know if that's how meetings really go, but let's take a look at this next portion of this leak here. The characters I have heard about are Geno from the Mario series, Chorus Kids from Rhythm Heaven, Sora from the Kingdom Hearts, Masked Man from Mother, and the Echo Fighters are Ninten, Ness from the Mother series, Octoling, Inkling for the Splatoon series, and Zelgius, who I believe is the Black Knight, who would be an echo of Ike from Fire Emblem series. I cannot explain these as I did not actually see these, and it could just be my friends joking around. I also know a little bit more about the game. We have been told that there are more characters than just the ones I have heard of. I know some tracks, stages, gameplay modes, and even things about Spirit Mode, and some of its bosses. If this gets enough traction, I doubt it will, with all these Smash leaks flooding the internet, I will consider making another post containing information about the things I have just listed. I also have not heard anything about a Direct coming this October. Believe me or don't believe, I'm sure some of you will come around eventually. Thank you. So, on top of the 13 characters who he says are 100%, there is 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20... Wait, no, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17... There are apparently 20 more characters coming to this game, if all of his co-workers' characters they have mentioned are all true. 20 characters. Why? Why? Why would you go to all the effort to make a leak and then basically say, oh yeah, there could be a total of 20 newcomers coming to this game, despite the fact that very clearly there are not going to be 20 newcomers? I don't understand how some leakers feel that this is believable. And then they obviously end it with, believe me or don't believe. Don't believe me, just believe. You can believe me if you want, but you don't have to, but you should believe me. It's like, they come across as so needy for attention that it is painful, and they will just say whatever stupid shit that they want to say in a leak and make it real. And then he obviously says, oh, I know all about Spirits Mode, I know about stages, I know about gameplay, I know about tracks. He's probably going to say there's more than 108 stages, despite the fact Koro said there's 108 stages as well. Honestly, right now, my gut feeling, and I think everyone's gut feeling on this leak, is that it is big, fake, stupid, and definitely not worth anyone's time, because quite frankly, it feels like a wish list, it feels like someone who wants their 5 minutes of fame, and ironically, they didn't get their 5 minutes of fame because this leak didn't show up in my newsfeed until 15 days after it was posted. The only thing this leaker has going for him is he posted it on Reddit, where most of the leaks go to 4chan or GameFAQs. Reddit leaks are a lot less happening in the Smash scene from what I've seen, so Dario, This leak is, without a doubt, 100% fake, and I want to thank you for sending it in to me. And if I had to give it a rating out of 10, oh boy, it gets a 3 out of 10. It does a few things right if you want to make a convincing leak. It has characters that are realizable, but it has too many characters, and it does a lot of cliches that leakers that aren't actually leakers tend to do. If you look at actual video game leaks, they just say the information, fuck off. They don't give you their fucking life story. We don't want to hear a person's life story. We want to see that information. We want to see who is in the game. So if you're ever looking to make a fake leak, please do not post your life story at the start, or how your dream job was to work at Nintendo and you got that job, or your uncle works at Nintendo, or you have your sources. No one cares. We just want the fighters, the stages, the information on the game, some screenshots, some video footage with audio and attacks, and that's that really. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video anyway. I am gonna head off now because I feel like crap. I will see you guys next time. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to check out my Discord down below if you are interested. There is a link down below. We're almost at 600 members. It's pretty exciting. We're like 6 members away, which is pretty cool. And I will see you again next time, guys. Thanks so much for watching, and goodbye.